I was burning twigs, and it went up in my hand.
You were burning
when
twigs
I went into
in your hand?
job I work at regularly, the individual, somebody pointed out a scar from that kind of upset me. It brought back bad memories.
Wait, they brought up a scar from the twigs? When is your anger at the twigs or at the fire?
No, I mean, not really anger. It's just more like, bad memories about what happened.
When did the person bring this up to you?
He brought it up to me this morning. He pointed out my scar. I don't like when people point out one of my scars. I have earned one of my scars. I have a lot of scars on my body. When I was at Middle Tennessee State, a friend of mine called me an old battle tank.
Wow.
Oh my
Because
god.
because I have a lot of scars on
You
my
have a lot
body.
of scars. You have so much to talk about. You have so many confessions to make.
I do not have a lot of confessions to make. It's just one of those things that I will eventually die with in my grave.
You will.
But you will not. Joe, it's very unlikely that you will die in your grave. Okay? I'm just telling you the odds on that. Unless you've got a plan, very specific, not where you're going to die.
Well, I mean, I'm
Jonathan,
just saying that.
I need you to look up something for me before the show. Keep going, Joe.
Okay, I'm just saying that. I don't know. I didn't like the fact that he pointed like the scar out.
What did he say about it? He was like, "Ew, what's this?"
No, he was like, "What's wrong with your arm?" And I was like, I just don't want to talk about it. I mean, it was 20 years of legal litigation.
What does dumped like a truck mean? I was driving over here in scenic Cambridge, which I love. EMF, home of EMF, which I love. Home of Joe, occasionally, who I love. And I heard a classic summer song, ushering us all into the summer.
Oh my god.
And it's about that thong, the thong, thong, thong.
No.
And I thought to myself, you know what? What are dumps like a truck? What are dumps and like a truck?
Do you want me to read you the quote from Sisters on Now?
Yes.
What I was really referring to was a dump truck when it backs up. It's like beep, beep, beep. So she had dumps like a dump truck. It's like when girls do a booty dance move and they look back at their butt. She's like a dump truck, backing it up.
See, you can't get that from the song. You're like, are we really calling like an ass dumps now? And that's a sexy word? I mean, is that sexy to be calling an ass? A nickname for somebody's ass is their dumps, and you're.
I think it's more nuanced than that.
How so, Jonathan?
Because it's not that the ass isn't her dump. The ass isn't the dump. She dumps.
Dumps
indicates
is the
that
move.
she's like a truck. So it's like he's comparing her to a dump truck.
Dumps like a truck. So okay, she's like she dumps the dirt.
Yeah.
That's the dump.
So the dump.
That dumps like a truck.
The action.
Still, a truck. Really?
It's not the object.
A truck? Is that right? I mean.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Do you want to be on the Joe show?
I mean, do I have an invite? I'll be very.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Invite. But we are, so for the first 10 minutes, we are talking about the D-Day invasion.
Okay.
Okay. So I am going to talk to him.
Okay.
And I'm going to give him the tell him what's going on.
Will you see if you're okay with that?
Yeah.
We could get one of the angles tilted. I could do a physical thing if we keep it like this, it'll be half you guys, half. I was gonna draw on my shirts. I could do it in the background of your shot.
We'll see.
Move one of them here, but
we'll see what we can do.
Whatever.
5 minutes. Yeah.
D-Day stands for Did Dumps Like a Truck Day.
Watch it. I'm going to step in here, Johnny.
Okay, do that.
Maybe.
Where am I gonna go?
that's fine.
Watching what I do. Okay, here.
Okay, how did you get to the YouTube?
You go scroll to the.
I think so.
It's you scroll to the bottom and then all that shit pops up. You know, it's this one. All night long, let me see that song. Let me see that song. Baby, baby.
No, now wear sunglasses.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How do you make this go all the way back up? Yeah. This is like the lowest level. It's not possible. Okay.
You have it on.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
You said it has an eye.
Um,
Basically we're thinking about, oh hey, it's Mario.
hey, you were singing the song earlier, weren't you?
Yeah. I was singing a song earlier. They could come in. Well,
What? Too
I
late.
don't know. But I love that guy. Sunday coffee is amazing. Baby.
Cambridge! I was trying to do like a thing about the D-Day Invasion Day because it is the 75th anniversary of the Normandy landing. I am big into it because my grandfather on my mother's side, my grandpa Combs, got a Silver Star in the D-Day invasion for being a radio operator. I am really big into that. I am really, honored by that. I'm really proud of that because everybody has a thing that they're proud of about their family. And that's one of the things that I am deeply proud of when it comes to my family. That the fact that my grandfather on my mother's side, who was a Kentucky coal miner, was a radio operator during the D-Day invasion. And I always tell people that. And after World War II, he was exactly the person to go to. He was, he roamed around the Midwest working at different factories. He was a complete and total alcoholic and child abuser, womanizer to the definite definition of a womanizer. And now that we're at the 75th anniversary of the invasion, I can say something that I'm deeply proud of him for is the fact that he stayed at his post, and that he did exactly what his army captain told him to do. And this is a story that gets passed around in my family for generation after generation after generation. Do you have anybody in your family that was in the D-Day invasion that you know of? Jones?
Well, Jovis.
Jones. Yeah.
Jenkins.
Jenkins?
Hashtag Jenkins.
Hashtag Jenkins.
Hashtag Jenkins. No, I do not.
Are you sure of that? I mean, have you researched it out? It took me years to research this out.
Oh wait, how many grandfathers away is he?
He is. I mean, when I say grandfather's way, he is like. And we was like, when I mean grandfather's way, I mean he was just my grandfather. I never met the guy.
Wait,
I never know the guy.
How did it take extensive research for you to figure out that he was in the D-Day?
Because we never met. We never talked. He was, like I said, he was a complete alcoholic. He was a womanizer. He was a child abuser. He has slept with prostitutes in Chicago and Detroit.
Have you not slept with prostitutes?
I have not.
How'd you find that out?
My mother apparently told me several times that she felt that her father was, into that kind of thing.
How did she know?
That's a good question.
Oh my God, that's exactly what I would ask.
Yeah, I mean, I never asked my mother that. I mean, at the time, it was
do you have a number?
Yes,
at the time was the thing to do. I think it's still pretty popular.
Well, I mean, that's another question. I mean, did you know that the talking
of never gone to?
I've never gone to a prostitute.
I did have an grandfather that was an alcoholic, but he owned a dry cleaning store, and I'm pretty sure he never was in the war. I could do some deep research.
Are you being serious?
If he was in the war, he was real secretive about it. He was doing double time at the dry cleaners. Shout out to Sylvester, Grandpappy. Love Jeff.
Which brings me up to my next topic.
Yeah.
Did you know that they're actually?
Jake, I love you, bro.
Did you know on Beacon Hill that they're having like this deep conversation about sex workers?
This Beacon Hill?
Yes, this Beacon Hill. This Beacon Hill.
What are they talking about?
Should prostitution be illegal?
Oh, be legal.
Yes.
So, what's the difference between like a prostitute and a sex worker and an escort?
I still haven't put my quote.
And like, what's legal and what? I don't. It's complicated. I don't really understand it.
So, what? Okay. So, from my definition, is that a sex worker can be a stripper, somebody that you pay for actual intercourse. And that's what that's what a escort is somebody that gets paid for intercourse. So should it be illegal?
Wait. A prostitute is somebody that gets paid for intercourse, and a sex worker is someone that gets paid for intercourse. Is that what you said?
I'm saying that if you look at it in hindsight, that I mean that's what a escort is somebody gets paid for intercourse.
So if you if you go on a date with an escort and then you have sex with her, and then a couple days later,
you know what?
You're in hindsight. I guess I did pay her for intercourse. It's like a hypothetical situation.
Oh yeah. So should that be illegal?
You know what? I just had a thought. I think that any woman, I'll think about maybe making it for everyone, but I'm going to start with women. Every time a woman has intercourse with anybody, she should be paid for it. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, how do you define?
I think yes.
How do you define being paid?
Cash money, girl.
So I mean, if
I define it in Benjamin.
So I mean, if somebody has
just said, hey, in my new apartment. That's how I define it.
So like, if somebody's married to somebody, they're having sex with the husband, and they have a house, and
tell me that.
Well,
what's that?
It's a dowry.
You could get a good deal worked out there.
That's a form of payment.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, have you got like a savings account with this person?
A savings account?
A savings account. I mean, do you have like a joint account? Do you have taxes with them?
With it? Who? What's their name? It's like, please introduce me.
Well, here's my point, okay? What's the difference between, actually having a relationship with like an individual, like an actual, relationship, and you're married, and you're doing what consensual adults do, and the difference between, sex work.
Cowboy.
Cowboy.
That's what I'm trying to get into. Yeah, what do you think? What do you feel the difference is, Joe?
I feel the difference is that there's more intimacy and that having an actual relationship. When you talk about sex work, it's a job. That sex worker is like being paid to whatever, to make sure the client gets pleased. I mean, I've worked in various different stores throughout my life. I've worked for various different offerings. And, when somebody pays me to, satisfy the customer, give the customer.
You always take it sexual, and that's why you were getting fired for the early part of your career. Because whenever they were like, make sure you satisfy the customer, like you were going down, and you got away with it for a while because people weren't complaining, and then it's like, that's not what we need. And then you got fired, but then you were addicted to it, and that's how we've come to this point.
No,
if it took him a long time to get fired, that just means he was that good.
I mean, I believe it. I believe it.
Well, my whole point.
Barbara's calling in. There must be something.
Oh, she has not called in yet. But here's my
Barbara.
Point. But here's my point: the difference between actually having a relationship with somebody and actual work is that the fact that it's this issue of intimacy.
I think it's an issue of money, actually. And it's an issue of criminalizing people that are able to make money off of something that the government and all these institutions and corporations and bullshit can't control.
Well, I mean, if you legalized it, then they could control it. They could say, okay, at a certain age, you can get a license to, sell your body to do this.
Yeah, and that's why they want to do it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with legalizing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the world's oldest professions. It's prostitution.
It could be taxed.
Yeah, I mean, it could be taxed.
Prostitution is legal.
Yeah.
Know the facts.
Maybe. I mean, maybe we'll get social workers to go in and conduct STDs checks and stuff like that. Maybe it will drop down the fact of child sex trafficking.
Yeah. I mean, well, so what's the argument against legalizing it?
Some of the arguments is the fact that it actually drives up sex trafficking, and that the government shouldn't be in control of it. I'm going ahead and disagree with that. I think it would shed a necessary light on it.
Yeah, for real. I mean, why does the government have to control it other than taxing it?
Well, I mean, how would they?
Why can't people just open private practices, or whatever?
Well, I mean, that's basically what a bunny ranch is. I mean, out in Nevada, it is legal, right? You never heard of a bunny ranch?
Yeah. So is it? That was my other question. Is it only legal in Las Vegas?
From the way I understand it, yeah.
I can't believe I didn't have sex with a prostitute when I was in Vegas. My only regret.
I have never had sex with a.
You've never had sex?
Join
the club. Join the club. You know what? I'm practically there. I'm reverting.
I'm not saying I haven't had sex. I just haven't had sex with a prostitute, and I don't want to.
Yeah, but don't you think you should just to lose that B card? And I think that's where it really becomes a charity service.
Oh, what?
Do you think first timers should get a discount?
I do not know. I am not running a prostitution.
But I think that
yeah.
Well, I mean, I've been to Vegas as well. When I was in Vegas, the escorts was handing out professional cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Did you go to any strip clubs?
I have been in some strip clubs.
Did you go to any in Las Vegas?
Not in Las Vegas.
I didn't either. I kind of regret that too.
I've been to some in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Ooh, what are those like? BYOB?
No,
I've seen them. I used to live in the South too. I know about those BYOB strip clubs.
No, actually, the one I went to was like a super Walmart.
It was like a super Walmart?
Yeah, exactly.
People were parking overnight in the parking lot?
Sometimes. And they actually had some of the people that was working there would look gorgeous, like supermodels.
Yeah, duh.
Wait,
Have you been to
so
New York City?
so-
I went to a strip club for the first time on my birthday 2 years ago.
so cool.
It was pretty special. And I got up on the stage.
Oh, did you strip?
No, I was wearing a onesie, a full, I guess it's a Power Rangers costume, like for a child, but it's like red polyester. I was wearing like 3 jackets. I was wearing like a hat, but I mean, I still look good, and I made like best friends with all the strippers. And then my favorite one, who was literally like better than Naomi Campbell. I was like, I didn't know how I was gonna feel. I didn't know if I was gonna get rageful. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I was like, oh my god, wait, because I'd never been, and I just like ended up like falling in love with I feel like I could have been a pimp, kind of not like a pimp, not like they're prostitutes, but like if I worked there, like I could be a stripper, I guess, but like I feel like I would be better at protecting all the girls and like being sort of like a managerial person. But then I swear, this girl, I think her name was Coco, or was it Ebony? Because there was another girl. I know her real name, but I thought she was like calling me up on the stage. Like I was like going to her because she was calling me.
Yeah.
And she was like, but like, you're not really allowed to do that. And then I thought the bouncer, I was like, this bouncer I was in love with, I was like, catch me. I was like, I'm gonna jump up and then you'll catch me in your arms. And like I put my arms around him and I like jumped up, but he didn't catch me. Like he kind of catch me, but he didn't catch me like the way that I was like telling him to. But I feel like if I was like take me in the back room, let me talk to the manager, like I didn't get that far. You know?
So I mean, let's break down the stereotypes. You know there are male prostitutes out there, right?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Alright,
you're
yes.
saying that both male and female can't, earn money doing that?
Did I say that?
Oh yeah, you said you posited the idea.
No, I said I'm not sure. I said I'm saying that if I have sex with anybody, like man or maybe not not if I have sex with, but if I have sex with any of you men out there, I think I should be paid immediately and also before.
You should be.
And also
so you're
during.
saying that you
And during.
So
yes, absolutely.
So-
Absolutely.
So
You
in
brought
other
this
words,
up, I thought about it and I'm like, yeah, they should
So-
get paid and I should fucking get paid.
no, so are you saying you would never pay for it?
No, I'm also open to paying for it, I guess.
I would.
I guess.
I've
You know what?
never-
I'm there. I'm ready. I'm humble.
I've never had to pay for it. I've never been ready.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I think you should pay for it every time.
Nah.
So
I mean, to me, it's like one of those intimacy.
Unless you stay a virgin until marriage like me. And then you don't have to pay for it because God pays for it. With that big debit card in the sky.
What's up?
well, I just wanted a clarification on a point. So you said that women should always get paid, but maybe men should also get paid. So and I assume you're also going to include people of different genders as long as we're being very woke.
Okay.
So if you're saying like everybody should get paid, then how does that work? People just like pay each other every time they have sex?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
kind of like a
It's
business.
like here, you have $20. No, you have $20. Okay, you've exchanged $20.
I mean, no, you're not doing it to the same person back and forth. I mean, you just definitely like different people there. I mean,
But
you're
so
like
is it like
it's
people
like
get paid
going to
depending on the
Walmart or
circumstance,
something.
whether, like certain
How
Is
is
it like a
that
power
like a
dynamic?
Walmart?
That's
How are all these
exactly
things
like a
related to
Walmart.
What's like a Walmart? Paying people for sex is like a Walmart?
Exactly. It's like I like chubby women.
I'll what?
I wanna have sex. But no, I mean it's there's definitely like a manager there, and definitely like an assistant manager.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gonna be the manager of like the sex shop.
Well, okay, I'm talking about stripping, which is like a little, like slightly different after
That's
honestly,
like-
in the bathroom smells that too. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, like people have you been to a strip club, Jonathan?
No.
It's like all these
I wanna
beautiful
know.
ladies
Yeah.
are just like fucking getting naked in the corner or like right in front of you. They're
Sometimes
everywhere,
there's
and they're
ladies-
also massaging people.
Yes.
That's what I wanted. I was like, oh my god, I want a massage so bad. And I was there with my friend Sid, and he like kept like getting me like lap dances, which is like kind of uncut. Like I made best friends with the first girl, Coco. And then the second girl, who was Naomi Campbell, and like just like the boss of the whole place. Like she was so sexually like aggressive with me, and like I felt like a man. I like ended up like holding her. and I it was like so awkward. I'm really like not a lesbian. It's like when I was in that experience, I felt like a man. Like somehow, like okay, so like I can't. So she was like making out with me. She was like biting me through my clothes, and I just like kissed her on the arm. It was like what I would imagine being like a dude like having like I was so. It's a beautiful experience. But I was also thinking Tyrone would fucking love me. I was like Tyrone.
Oh no, to me, I mean, I've been with somebody who's sexually aggressive, and to me, that's terrifying. No, I'm serious. When I used to live in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, I was with this older lady that was 20. She was 20 years my senior, and she had like 3 kids, and she had a boyfriend, and I was like her side guy, and she was very sexually aggressive with me, and it was terrifying.
Like what part?
Like the whole thing, she was like, "Yeah, I want that. Yeah, I want some of that booty." And it was just, to me, I was just, doing my thing, and it just, it's like, what? Oh yeah, baby, give it to me. It was, she was like, "Yeah, I squirted." What?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, it was very terrifying to me because I was like, like, what's going on here? Apparently I was like a piece of ass on the side.
That kind of feels good in a way, though, doesn't it?
I do not know. I mean, she got off, but I didn't.
Oh.
So what? Did she just abuse you right into this relationship? You never wanted to be in it?
I mean, I don't know. I think I was kind of tricked into it at the time.
Now, where do you stand on squirting? Just aside, do you think it's real or do you think it's urine? We got to cover that.
I think it's real. I mean, from what I've seen, it was real.
Oh my god! But how could you? So you felt like the pressure to perform enough that you performed, but you also you weren't actually. Joe, how old were you during this relationship?
At the time, I was 24, and she was 38.
And how'd she come on to you for the first time?
We was both working together, and she was just kind of, flirtatious, and we was kind of playing around. What?
Okay, and then what happened?
She was helping me move.
Move what?
She was helping me
your
move.
Penis?
She was helping me move my stuff. My stuff from one apartment.
You mean your junk?
No, I mean. Well, no, I mean, it's really terrifying when you got somebody who's really, like, sexually aggressive like that. And I can understand, like, the way, like, women can feel about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like this was kind of like a safe. So it's like I would encourage because it's like I've had like my best friend tell a girl that I'm a lesbian by mistake because she was talking about her other friend who had like recently come out and like needed people to be like, she's a lesbian, hit on her. Like, and I've been in multiple experiences where somebody thinks I'm a lesbian or they're a girl and we're friends or whatever. They want me to be a lesbian or like. They hit on me or something, and it's really hard for me because I can't be like, because I like these girls, and I can't be just like a dick and an asshole to them the way that I would with any guy at any time,
I mean, like a lot of,
And so but with the stripper, it's like she's probably not gonna have even though she's sexually aggressive, it's her job, right? So
yeah,
it's like I felt safe in that because it's like. she's not gonna have sex with me right now. But like honestly, I think she would have, and she like practically did. She did a lot of things that were like out of the rule book. And I know because Sid told me. He's like, they don't do that normally.
I understand what you're saying. I mean, that's the reason why I feel so safe around like gay guys.
Us. Okay.
Because like gay guys are like, okay, are you gay or are you straight?
Especially fucking them, right?
I've never had sex with a guy.
Me too.
But
with a gay guy though, it's different. It's like it's a girl in a way.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I mean, when I was living in Nashville, me and my friends would go to a gay bar, and like one of my girlfriends I had when I was living outside Nashville, her name was Ava, and like I got introduced by her to a gay guy. He was like, "Okay, are you gay or are you straight?" I was like, "I'm straight. You know, I like women." And it just turned out. What?
Yeah. Okay.
No, I mean it's relaxing. I mean it calms down a lot of the anxiety because as a straight individual, you have this anxiety to impress your partner, the person you want to be with. I mean, some of my best.
What? So what is it about being with a gay guy that's relaxing?
Yeah.
I have never been with a gay guy.
So,
I hung around them because they just make you feel relaxed. There's not like a lot of anxiety there.
Gay guy.
Right. Yeah. No, I know all about gay guys definitely.
I mean,
they give better aura.
What? No, I am good.
That's like common knowledge.
No, I'm so.
I'm sure that would make you feel very relaxed.
Oh yeah.
No,
they call it the straight man's bubble bath. Do you know about the straight pride? There's also something like that.
I understand about the straight pride. I'm good about the straight pride. I'm not going to straight pride.
Yeah, let's not even publicize it. But
exactly.
I
will be going to pride this Saturday.
Yes.
Why would you be
as we all will.
Straight?
And
I don't know.
I mean, I'm like a straight outline. I mean, I enjoy, like my gay friends and my lesbian friends.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, one question though is how, with this 20-year-old older woman, how did they? What?
14 years older.
14.
You said 20.
Well, I mean, 14, 20, there's a 6-year difference between.
Sorry, I'm derailing.
That's all right.
When did you change it to 14?
We've got like a few months.
Okay. How did you end the relationship?
I don't know. We just kind of like, I just kind of like, well, this is not really working for me, I mean, what's there's actually to gain from it?
Did you call that day D-Day or did you call it no more D-Day? Joe, what did you call it? I know you made a holiday for that day.
I did not make a holiday. Latino?
Do you dress your penile up for Christmas? Be honest.
I do not.
We all do.
We all do. You dress your.
Yes. You can see my penile online.
I am good. I don't want to see.
Search it, friends. Jarva penile. Search it up there.
Okay, I've got a few seconds left, so I'm going to sign off.
I'm gonna hand it with a friend.
Yes, you're ready.
No, you're. I mean, I don't want to intrude.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe from the Joe Show. Y'all have a good night and have a safe weekend and happy Pride.
I hear my phone somewhere. Have you heard that buzzing?
Yeah, I just heard that buzzing.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
That was
so many revelations.
I know. You said you had nothing to confess, but then,
I know.
What
that was the best one. And who believes Jonathan's already told me this fucking baby story, and I honestly think it's fake. So we all.
That was what you know what, Trevor.
Thank you, Joe.
You think the baby story is fake?
It's the new alliance.
You think my Barbara stories are fake, but someday you're gonna find out. And I'm so honest.
Waiting for that day in the sun.
When Barbara comes into the show, and you'll see that she is who she is.
She said that one day she'll come in.
No, I hope she does.
Have you heard from Barbara at all, Joe?
I have not.
Because I've run into her twice. Just
Jonathan says
No,
that he
that's
runs into Barbara on the street.
well, only twice.
But
so
after
far.
that baby story, it's like, okay, and do you throw her on the floor? And does she cry too, Jonathan?
But
Do they all
The
cry?
baby story is hard to believe. It's like a stupid thing that
I just feel like you don't remember it correctly. Which,
Well, that's my recollection of it. And, no, I'm so tired.
he's got there's weird sicknesses going
Oh
on.
my God.
So be careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have to sign up for this Adam Sandler thing?
Oh, you just show up.
And where is it?
It is, and I have a location on my phone.
Corollary, why is Trevor trying to prevent me from auditioning?
Middleville.
I'm not trying to put any from audition. I'm just hoping that I can make it. Middleborough?
Yep.
Where is that?
Oh, it's in the North Shore.
Oh, yeah, I need to figure out how to get down
Huh. Middleborough. Well, he's showing it's on the commuter route, right?
Yeah. Because I got a $10 all weekend pass from the commuter rail.
So, what's Adam Sandler's new Netflix movie?
Yeah, it's he's doing a Halloween thing for Netflix. And if he likes you at the audition, he will, put you on there.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Right.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm
quote
so
Billy
there.
Madison from stuff.
I guess.
That'll make him like me.
What are you gonna do?
And quote Billy Madison and stuff. The other time I got Mario, I can get Mario up. I didn't pick one of the show.
Mario?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mario Epstein. And oddly, it's always
I
happened
heard-
synchronistic things like
heard
that.
you-
Yeah.
I heard
So
that was
I
going to
was
be
thinking-
singing Pomeranian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to tag, see if I have to get better at uploading the show and tagging everyone in those kinds of ways because that kind of shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. It's there's some kind of manifestation, portal through the CCTV.
I like the way I'm framed in that. That's the live streaming.
You do or you don't?
You mean
I do.
her laptop?
You see the way I'm framed there?
It is not. I don't think so. But yeah, I'm going to leave at 8 o'clock in the morning to be in the role to audition.
I feel like, are you gonna have to wait there all day? Is it gonna be like 5
I don't.
Is it gonna be like American Idol?
I do not know. I plan to be
That
there for an hour.
auditions like everybody in the world wants to be in the movie.
I do not know.
I should go. I feel like I'd be good in that movie.
I'm going. That's the only thing I'm saying. Is that I'm going to check it out. You can't.
No, it's the virus. The throat hurts. It's the virus.
What's wrong with that virus?
I'm trying
Called
to-
DQ.
DQ.
No, DQ-itis.
It's DQ.
It's not Dairy Queen, but it's close.
Oh, you know what a Dairy Queen is?
It's very clear.
What is that? Is that some kind of sex worker?
It is a restaurant.
Yeah, we know what a
else
Dairy
is it,
Queen
though?
is.
Did
You mean it's not some kind of
woman do it?
Lactating madame that runs a special kind of brothel, Joe? We expected more of you.
Nah.
He's like, I never thought about that.
Oh.
Wait till next week. It's somewhere. It's gotta be something. That dumps like a truck thing. I feel like I must have looked that up at some point.
Looks like a truck.
Well, remember, dumps like a truck, you know, in the Cisco song? And then Jonathan looked it up and it's the action of dancing like you're a dump truck dumping out your ass like it's a truckload of dirt. Is what I think, right?
No, I think it's more
It's really
how
complex.
you have to look back to see what you're doing. I think it's more
But a
about the
truck
looking back.
never looks back.
If you're gonna dump something behind you, you look out the window, you know.
Oh.
So it's like if you're doing the booty and you know you're not gonna be like that. You're gonna be like, you know what I mean?
But so then the dumps is you're looking back at your ass during a booty dance?
Yeah, and I think like you have to be doing a certain kind of booty dance for that to make sense, you know.
I don't know.
So it's like a very illustrative detail, I think.
Wait, will you call my phone?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Somewhere.
What's the number?
781.
Um,
Yeah, it's his phone.
Okay.
1827. The 2
It is ringing. It's doing that thing.
What do you mean? Wait, no. Is it ringing?
Well, this is your message, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's not ringing on yours.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah. But you have to call again.
Yeah.
That's why I tried to turn off because he was calling it with me.
Oh.
We're only gonna hear the ring if it's ringing.
Yeah.
That's how this works.
That's how it works.
What the fuck? So was that somebody else's phone by then? It is ringing. Maybe I left it in my
Alright.
car.
Okay, I'm gonna take off.
Yeah,
No.
okay. Super good shot, Joe.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that was
Pleasure.
a great shot. I
And-
feel like I was the weak link this time. But you know, that just attests to
You're
how
so
strong.
strong.
Yeah, I know.
You
Maybe step
know?
up my game next time.
You're sick, so
Yeah.
together, teamwork makes the dream work. Is that
It's true.
okay? This is gonna take. I hope to be there on Saturday, though. But I might have to go on Sunday. Oh, we're gonna figure it out. Is this the last? Is that the last show time?
What was that?
Is 8 o'clock the last show time?
Yep. And then after that,
There's never a show at 8:30?
not on Thursdays at least.
Okay. But then it ends at 9 if there is, right?
Yeah.
Gracias. See you next week. Hopefully.